Now, in order for you to read the long A words, you've got to know how to be a good reader. The 4 B's of reading will help you read the words that I show you. The first B, begin at the first sound. When you see a word, you start making the first sound in the word. Then you break the word into parts. You'll say the first sound, the next sound, and then the last sound until you've said all the sounds in the word. The next B tells you to blend the sounds together. That means you'll stretch your voice like you're singing a song to say all the letter sounds in the word. And then you can be an investigator, like checking the picture to make sure you've read the right word. Let's give it a try. Here is the A and the I. These letters say A together. Here's a long A word. I'm going to begin with the first sound, P. Then I'm going to break it into parts and say the other sounds. A, T. Now I'm going to blend it together. Paint. Paint. I can check the picture to make sure that it says paint. I see paint in the picture, and that word says paint. There's also some letters at the bottom of the screen so that if you forget any of the sounds that the letters make, you can look at the alphabet chart to remind you. Are you ready for another word? This word has an A-I. A and I say A. Can you say that? A. That's right. When we see the A and the I in the word, we say the long A sound. Here's a word. Let's start with the first sound, break it into parts, and say all the other sounds, and then blend it together. Like this. Ale. Male. Male. It says male. You can even check the picture, and there's male in the picture. Let's try another word. AI says A. Here's a word. Let's say the first sound and break it into parts before we blend it together. Train. 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 Do you see the train in the picture? This word says train. Let's read another long A word, but we're going to use new letters that have the long A sound. Like A-Y. A-Y says A. Say A. Great job. A-Y says A. Let's read this word. Start with the first sound, break it into parts, and blend the sounds together. Like this. D. A. Day. Day. You can even see daylight in the picture. This word says day. Let's try another. AY says A. Say A. Great job. Now let's say each part of the word and blend it together. Pl. A. Play. You can see them playing in the picture. This word says play. Let's try another with new letters that make the long A sound, like A and E. The E comes at the end of the word, but when we read it, we don't say the E. The E is giving you a clue about the sound the A will make. The E tells you that the A says the long A sound. It says A, like in this word. Let's start with the first sound, break the word into parts, and blend it together, like this. Sk, A, T. Skate. This word says skate. Let's try another word. A-E says A. Say A. Great job. Now let's read the word. K. A. K. Cake. This word says cake. You can check the picture to make sure you see the cake in the picture because this word says cake. Let's try another word, and this time we'll have new letters that make the long A sound, like E-A. E-A together says A. Say A. Like in this word. Let's start with the first sound, break the word into parts, and then blend the sounds together, like this. Gr, A, T. Great. Great job. Let's try another word. This time we'll use the new letters that make the long A sound, like E-I. E-I says A. Say A. Great job. This word we're going to read together. Break it into parts like we did with the others and then blend them together. Start with the first sound. V. A. Ooh. Veil. This word says veil. You can see in the picture there's a woman wearing a veil over her face. Veil. For more videos that'll teach you how to read, subscribe to Mrs. B's Reading Room's channel. And be sure to visit our website at www.mrsbsreadingroom.com where you can get your very own reading tutor.